Ladies and gentlemen, I just don't get why these cops think they can just get away with shooting somebody and get paid for it. You know, this is so disturbing. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Lions Den with another news and commentary. You know, this cop right here, this female cop feels that she get paid in disability dues because of stress of being charged of shooting an unarmed man. Now, you know, all started out in 2018, and I'm getting ready to read this article in a second. But it started out in 2018 when this has been an incident. A brother named Manuel. I'm gonna try to get this article. Okay, Manuel Bentley Jr. Okay, it all started with Manuel Bentley Jr. He was on a transit bus. Okay, you know, he had an issue with a bus driver. You know, because basically she's supposed to give him a bus pass, and she refused to do it. You know, it was an argument, it was an exchange, but it's nothing like, you know, nothing severe in other videos. So it was an argument between the bus driver and Manuel Bentley Jr. over a bus pass. So, you know, and the thing of it is, he still wasn't happy about it, even though he was calm, but he wasn't happy about it. So he made an issue out of it again. And that's when the bus driver saw two police cars there. So the bus driver honked the horn on those police cars, on those police officers, and waved them down. So the two police officers came in, and this woman right here was one of them, you know, escorted, you know, Manuel Bentley Jr. off the bus. And he didn't, you know, start no tensions or nothing. See, he was off the bus. Then, after all of this, the officer pulled him down to the ground, right? So, you know, you can see on one of the videos, there's been a surveillance video showing that this officer right here, this female officer, former officer right there, pull out her gun. I guess she thinks she was gonna try to get a taser, but she actually probably pulled out her gun, and shot this man in the back. Now, know what this reminds you of, really? But this reminds you of the Oscar Grant situation. The only difference is, ladies and gentlemen, is that Oscar Grant is dead. That's the only difference. This story right here shows that officers can get paid of making excuses. Well, I'm just stressed. I'm just stressful for that. And guess what? The insurance is paying her $57,000 after she being charged of shooting an unarmed man. Luckily, he didn't die. But that's what it is. So this article comes from the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. It says a former Brown Deer police officer who faced felony charges for shooting an unarmed man in the back is collecting more than $57,000 a year tax-free through duty disability insurance. I'm going to repeat this again. This former female police officer right here is going to collect $57,000 because she was charged with a felony of shooting an unarmed black man in the back. She gets paid for what she's done, or she gets paid because she was charged. She felt stressful about it. Are you kidding me? I'm going to go ahead and continue. It said Devin Kramer, 30, could receive the payment for life. Kramer was not convicted of aggravating battery because the jury in her February 2018 trial could not agree on a verdict. So in other words, ladies and gentlemen, she's going to be getting paid. She's not going to be convicted of shooting an unarmed man in the back. But yet she's going to be, yes, because she can't continue doing her job because she was stressful of being charged of shooting a brother in the back. Really. So I'm going to continue reading this article. It says in August of 2018, Brown Deer Police Chief Mike Cass announced Kramer, who had been on administrative leave since the shooting, had resigned effective July the 9th. He did not say that on July 6th, Kramer had applied for duty disability. Containing the stress of the shooting and its aftermath had left her unable to work as a police officer. You know what? If you felt the way you felt, that you're going to be charged, what do you expect what do you expect to happen? You're going to think you're going to use your white privilege as a former police officer to say, well, I was a threat and I felt stressed and that's why I had to shoot this brother. And he was really not a threat. He was unarmed. All because of a bus pass, ladies and gentlemen. That she felt that I shouldn't have been charged for that. I shouldn't have even been charged as a felony. Come on, people. Really? I'm going to continue reading this. And he said that Cass at some point supported the application, which was approved by the state's employee trust fund in the fall of last year. Cass declined to answer questions from the Journal Sentinel and referred a reporter to the village attorney in a related civil case, Greg Gunter. Gunter did not immediately return a message Friday, of course. Because basically what has happened is that they don't want to admit that it's just a stupid thing that they done. You're gonna give this woman right here who shot this brother in the back, who was unarmed and who wasn't even a threat, $57,000 because she was stressed? Seriously, right? So I'm going to continue reading this. It says, Kramer new benefits were revealed in court records recently filed in a civil rights lawsuit filed by the man Kramer shot, Manuel Burntley Jr. Duty disability insurance or retirement provides income replacement for police and firefighters who can no longer do their jobs because of their injuries, suffer on the job. So basically, they think that stress is an injury. So they feel that stress is an injury that they can pay this woman who's a former cop who wasn't being convicted, by the way, 57 grand, all because she has been charged of a felony, and rightfully so. But yet the state along with the insurance going to pay her $57,000 a year. Are you kidding me? For most police officers and firefighters outside of Milwaukee, the program is administered through Wisconsin Employee Trust Fund. In Milwaukee, several officers suspected of misconduct had claimed disability stress. I'm just gonna probably wait till reaction load up the rest of this article. But see what they're trying to do, ladies and gentlemen. They're trying to claim that this former ex-officer who basically shot an unarmed man in the back. In other words, she shouldn't even be arrested. She shouldn't even be charged as a felony for shooting this unarmed man in the back. And see, you see police officers now is giving they're giving them the slap of the wrist because they felt like, well, guess what? I was stressed. I didn't know what I was doing. Of course, you knew what you was doing. And see, again, this situation remind you of what happened a couple of years back of what happened with Oscar Grant in Oakland, California. Remember when a rookie BART police officer was try to get his tase, instead pulled out his gun and shot him in the back, killed Oscar Grant. And so now she said it's because of stress that I shouldn't even be charged with shooting this brother in the back. Shooting Manuel in the back. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I say these police officers can get away with murder. And if he was killed, if Manly Burntley Jr. was killed, she could have said, well, I was stressing and I couldn't do the job, and making some excuses like that. And they're gonna buy it. They're gonna buy it because it's white privilege, and she's a former white cop on top of that. So they're gonna buy what she says. And guess what? She got it. She got the 57 grand a year from her insurance. See, this is why, And that's what I'm gonna say. Who created these laws in Wisconsin? So you mean to tell me that this woman? I'm gonna show you one last time, ladies and gentlemen. You mean to tell me this former female officer right there is due to disability stress? She's gonna give her 57 grand a year in disability because of she was caused being arrested of shooting an unarmed man. Ridiculous. Tell me what you think about this case, ladies and gentlemen. Like, click, subscribe, and remember to click the notification bell for all the news and commentary. With that being said, this is Lions Den signing off. Deuces.